It's time now for Carter's Corner. Everything Bay Area sports on the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Here is your host, Carter Kim.
Y'all caught me at a crazy time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Carter's Corner. I am Carter here on Northern California Sports and Entertainment. It's a great day for sports. NFL Sunday. We're about to have the NLCS begin. Hockey has came about. But let's just go through all of it, okay? So the NFL right now, let's just talk about them real quick. The Chargers are beating the Broncos 20-0. The Steelers are beating the Raiders 15-4. The Lions are beating the Cowboys 27-6. The Falcons are beating the Panthers 22-17. Andy Dalton is cooking them though, so that's pretty funny. The Bengals play the Giants later. The Bears beat the Jaguars in London 35-16. The Packers beat the Cardinals 34-13. The Colts beat the Titans 20-17. The Texans and C.J. Stroud beat the Patriots 41-21. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints 51-27. And the Browns beat the Eagles. The Eagles beat the Browns 20-16. And the Ravens beat the Commanders 30-23. And earlier this week on Thursday, my San Francisco 49ers beat the Seattle Seahawks 36-24. And on Monday, the Bills will play the Jets. So there you go. There's some whip around the NFL. Well, there's some new news as well. I started watching hockey finally. I watched the Sharks play the Anaheim Ducks, and I did not think we were good without Macklin Celebrini. I thought that we had some good moments where in the penalty kill where we didn't let him get past us despite being a man down. We played well in those moments, but that didn't hold on forever because they ended up scoring 2 and winning the game. And we started off 0-2 this season, so that's not too great. But, hey, as long as Macklin Celebrini is here, there's a feeling of hope in the air. At least I'm hoping that will be okay. But there you go. There's your hockey news. And then on to the news that really matters, and that is the MLB news. The New York Mets will play the Los Angeles Dodgers at that trash stadium in Chavez Ravine tonight at 5:15. And the Cleveland Guardians will play the New York Yankees over at Yankees Stadium. Can't remember what day. On Monday, October 14th. Alex Cobb will start versus Carlos Rodon. I mean, yeah, sports is really getting into full swing right now. Oops, sorry. But, yeah, y'all caught me in an awkward time. I was finishing up my workout and training, and I almost didn't make it back in time, but it's good to be back now. But, yeah, oh, man, it's just been such a – yeah, it's been a long day, y'all. I went into town today, but none of that matters because, honestly, I am very inclined to talk about what's going to happen tonight because Kodai Senga will be on the mound versus Jack Flaherty. And I think most of the baseball world is going to be rooting for the Mets and the Guardians to win their games and go on to the World Series. But hey, you know, that doesn't always happen because the MLB is definitely a ratings whore, like Grand Admiral said. But yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy few months. I do think this is going to be a great World Series. I at least I hope it is, because if we have Yankees versus Dodgers, that's just a disgrace to humanity, in my opinion. No one's going to want to watch that, if I'm keeping it honest. Like, only the casual fans who don't really care about baseball are going to want to watch that, because at the end of the day, like, yeah. It's whatever, though. You know, it's sports. Life goes on. But I'm here to talk about it with y'all, and I'm here to talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. So I'm here to listen to you guys. But yeah, there is one thing I do want to bring up today, and that is free agents this offseason for the San Francisco Giants. I mean, we all know that Buster Posey is now in charge of baseball operations, and that's all cool. I'm really glad that we're in the position to where we can, you know, actually talk honestly about, oh, yeah, we can actually get this guy or that guy could possibly come on board to the team. But we'll see how the offseason goes. I'm really interested to see what Buster makes his first move on. That will be one of the moves that helps define who he is as a manager or as a GM. I'm hoping that he ends up being what we think he is, which is a good GM possibly, but we'll have to see because, this business is pretty damn unforgiving to certain people. But yeah, I mean, I am honestly inclined to say that this is going to be an interesting offseason for the Giants. On top of that, the Golden State Warriors will be returning very, very soon. Unlike some broadcasts, I actually think it's an interesting league. I actually think it's cool. And unlike some other broadcasts, I don't racistly spew ban and BS onto the airwaves. I'm looking at one team in particular. But yeah. Well, let me just get the schedule because this is going to be a little while. I believe it's Wednesday. Wednesday is the first game, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday is the first game at Moda Center in Portland. That's going to be fun. I'm going to try and tune in and enjoy myself, watch the game. I mean, I think this is the Golden State Warriors last year with this whole core and trying to see if we can take a shot one more time at the big one. But I'm a believer in this team. I'm a believer in Steve Kerr and Steph and Draymond. I really don't know about the new GM, and then again, no one was ever going to live up to Bob Myers because Bob was just a genius of a GM. But I am interested to see how this season will go for the team because I am truly, truly invested again. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Man, I mean, I've never I really do enjoy October because it is one of the most incredible times of the year for baseball, football, basketball, and even other sports like soccer and hockey. It's just a time of year that everybody can come in and enjoy. And right now in school, actually, I'm writing a paper on October baseball and how important I think it could be and how enjoyable it can be for different audiences. It's how I got back into baseball a long time ago or around a year ago after losing interest for a little while. But I think that baseball can really, really be fun in October in particular. And I'm really hoping that we find a way to actually capture the hearts and minds of people with underdog stories and, something interesting because I'm just really hoping that people don't just purely watch baseball for Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge. I'm going to get a drink really quick. Y'all, hold on. All right. And it probably is a Sunday, so there's probably not going to be a lot of people hanging out here right now. All right. All right. I mean, man, that new Clippers logo is hilarious, honestly. Oh, man. I really – the Los Angeles Clippers, I really can't wait until, this entire core blows up and they start rebuilding again because at this point, we all know the Clippers are a legacy of failure. They are a joke. They haven't won anything in so long. I mean, the Los Angeles Clippers really are that one team that tries to be an interesting team in Los Angeles to combat the Lakers, but they haven't really done anything. The Los Angeles Lakers are still the owners of Los Angeles, even though they aren't that good of a franchise, but it's just been such a long time since there's actually been two competitive LA teams, and the Clippers aren't a competitive LA team, sadly. But hey, it's good for the Warriors. And I am sorry, y'all. I'm just very monotone and tired today because I got caught at the very wrong time to just be doing the show, which was a mistake on my part, my fault. But yeah, might as well put a game on that I can do a little commentary on. Why not? Why not? Maybe Detroit Lions versus Dallas Cowboys. You know what? Why not? We'll do that one. Kickoff is about to begin. Just make sure this doesn't fall down. Oh my gosh, it almost fell down. All right, here we go. Third quarter, 27-6. It's fun to watch the Cowboys get beat. And, well, they're doing better than us. Let's keep it real. No, actually, they might not even be doing better than us. Oh, my gosh. I figured, hey, might as well kick on a primetime game, have a little fun. But, yeah, Kevin Burkhardt with Tom Brady in the reporter's booth. All right, here we go. 27-6, third quarter, 15 minutes to go. First and 10, Jared Goff under center. He's directing traffic. Motions left, takes a snap, and hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, who gets a couple good blocks down the field. He gets an explosive play, and it's first down already. The Detroit Lions. Speaking of Detroit teams, I do want to say this about the Detroit Tigers. I mean, they made a passionate run to the ALDS, and honestly, like I know they wish they could have gone further than what they did, but give yourselves a little credit. You know what I'm saying? Give yourselves a little credit. You guys played your hearts out. You played super well, despite all the adversity this year. Now you can have a clear vision for what your team could be in the future. Goff steps back and he decides to check it down quick to Gibbs since there's nothing downfield, and he's still going. Jesus. Dog right there. But yeah, I do want to give a lot of compliments to Los Tigres because they have been really, really good. And honestly, like, I want to give them all the credit in the world for how good they've been, how well they've played, because you got to give credit where credit's due. And they really played well despite any adversity they might have faced for the last 2 years. And honestly, it's good to see them playing better. There's hope back in Detroit finally for a lot of baseball, for baseball and football. I don't know about basketball, but there is definitely some hope there. And you feel, and that's the great thing about all sports, is that when it's competitive, it can be really fun. Tigers, the Lions, I mean, the Detroit-based Cat teams are really good, but it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers do this offseason. Now, I'm not really sure they're dolled up enough and ready to go yet to just go and play in the dance or go to the playoffs again. We're going to have to see about that bit, but I think that from what they've shown me, they really can be a great team. It's just really about like trying to figure something out again, put it all together, you know? All right, as Jared Goff has an incomplete pass, 3rd and 8 on the deep in Dallas Cowboys territory. Man, just wish some people would come in here so that this could be a little more interactive right now. But honestly, I'm cool just being here, just like kind of talking to myself. Jared Goff. Out of shotgun, 3rd and 8. He takes a snap. He steps back in the pocket deep, has a drop, throws it downfield, and Jameson Williams catches it, and it is a touchdown. 34-6. The Dallas Cowboys are getting owned by the Lions after the famous reporting is eligible incident. But yeah, Jameson Williams absolutely broke off Trevon Diggs. Easily. Easy break, in my opinion. But yeah, Dallas Cowboys defense really is bad, thanks to Mike Zimmer. Pittsburgh Steelers, on the other hand, are really winning right now. And the field goal's up and good. Man. I'm cooked right now, if I'm being totally honest, everybody. I am really out of it in a lot of ways, but I'm going to try and push through for this because I owe it to Eric and Glenn to try that, to keep doing that. Man, finally. It's going to be interesting to see how the Fall Classic goes. I'm interested to see how the Champions Series go. I mean, looking at how all this is going, I mean, I really think that this could shape up to be a good World Series if the right teams win. And as I said to Morkatna, I have that piece of paper up on my shelf. We'll see if my predictions were correct, but if they weren't, then I'm really going to be mad because I don't want to do this whole thing again. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just, NFL does not exist in my household today. Go Dodgers. I mean, listen, I don't know how the heck the Dodgers won, if I'm being totally honest. I mean, honestly, I think they just did the Dodgers did just what they needed to do. They did what they needed to do at the end of the day, and that's how most teams win games. Carter, you're the man. Thank you, Ramley. I really do appreciate it. It's just, yeah, I was literally wrong on every single one of my predictions. You know how hard it is to be wrong on every single one of your predictions? That's insane. Grit, thank you. It's just, I was literally wrong on every single one of my predictions. That's insane to me. I didn't get one right. Every single one of them was wrong. And honestly, I'm upset about that. So if you watched the stream yesterday, I literally gave my answers to not to Morkatna, but I gave my answers on a piece of paper. This piece of paper has my predictions for the Champions Series. And I'm going to open it up on Giant Sports Talk Live or here when the Champions Series are over and we're on to the World Series. Only then will I do that. And, well, yeah, I'll take that. Honestly, as for the Dodgers, like, I honestly think that the Padres just shut down. They just shut down. It happens to you SA fans. Only joking. Listen. Okay, I am a firm believer that the Padres. Listen, the Dodgers just did enough to win. That's what most sports teams do. They do enough to win, and the Padres, in my opinion, just absolutely shut down out of nowhere. They had like 6 hits in the 2 games that they had against you. And in the final game, they only had 2 hits. I mean, that's disgraceful baseball. I'm just being honest. Like, how a team can play that badly in an elimination game is beyond me. Dylan Cease ended up being the Dodgers punching bag, which was hilarious. But honestly, like, yeah, nah. I still keep I can't catch a break on these predictions, man. But anyway, the Champions Series are set between everybody. But yeah, Dodgers pitching shut them down. Give them some credit. Listen, the Dodgers pitching did shut them down, and yeah, I'll give them a little credit for that. But the thing is, it's also like I did not expect this murderer's row of hitters to just suddenly go blank on any pitching staff. Even if it's like a really good pitching staff, they should at least be able to get 1 or 2 runs across the board. They literally got no runs across the board, which is insane to me. Even terrible lineups can have really good days versus incredible pitching. But they are a great lineup that somehow just absolutely trashed it. They played horribly versus an injured pitching staff. Yes, your bullpen absolutely shut them down, and I'll give them credit for that. But honestly, just awful from the Padres. Like that's on them. They deserve to lose. Maybe the Dodgers didn't deserve to win, but honestly, they did, because the Dodgers, at the end of the day, they did what they had to do. They played up to the level that they needed to just to beat the Padres. And the Padres played so down. They tried to play so down to everything that they lost. They played down to competition. I mean, I totally blame them for that series loss. That's their fault. I'm so tired, man. I look like I am not. I'm not entirely in it. I'm trying not to phone it in right now because I want to be serious right now. Hold on, let me just get my stream up. Nope, that won't work. But yeah, I'm just looking around the league, like everything is looking pretty interesting. I don't know how the hell the Panthers are actually keeping it close with the Falcons because that's pretty bizarre. Bijan Robinson is finally being allowed to carry the football, which is cool. The Chargers are beating up the Broncos still, though, which is pretty funny. I always love watching those games, but yeah, Herbert's winning. Bo Nix is just, that guy is a 4 for 14, 27 yards, a 1.9 average, and 1 interception, along with being sacked twice. That guy's trash, man. That guy's so bad. Looking like the next Paxton Lynch. I mean, if anybody knows, you know how bad Paxton Lynch was. I mean, the thing is, it's actually an attack through the air today. Justin Herbert's just pouring it on that Broncos defense, which is pretty damn impressive since the Broncos defense has actually been pretty good. Oh my gosh, just don't phone it in. Damn. What the heck is Chase Brown? Everyone remembers that the Padres were the hottest team in baseball after the All-Star break. No one remembers that the Dodgers were the second hottest teams in the same time. I mean, I get that, okay? I really do. The problem was with the Dodgers when they were going into that series is that they were on the bye, and the issue was with them, in my opinion, that their pitching staff was injured. I always figured that their starting pitching was going to be an issue, but in a 5-game set, that I guess I was wrong. I mean, I like to see what happens in these next 7 games or 4 games, depending on how it all goes. But I'm interested to see if the Mets can really keep it close with the Dodgers. But honestly, I'm inclined to say that I'm not going to say who's going to win that series, but the Dodgers have been, like, even with their pitching staff being absolutely decimated, I'm surprised that they didn't get knocked out immediately, which was what happened last year. Dodgers in 6? I mean, hey, you said it, not me. I'm not saying a damn. Listen, I'm never making predictions again. I'm never making predictions again, ever again. After literally every single one of my predictions went wrong in the DS. So no, never making predictions again. Tigers lost, the Padres lost, the Phillies lost. Everybody in the freaking world that I picked lost. So yeah, no, not making predictions ever again. Carter, phone it in, brother. You deserve the rest. No, I'm not phoning it in. I always give 110% to these things. So no, I'm not phoning it in. I do look beat, but I'm not. No, not phoning it in. I can't phone it in. It's just not in my nature to phone things in. I should call Glenn or somebody because I am. Oh my gosh. I am really, dude. I don't know what the hell is happening. Dude, the Broncos, by the way, trash. The Broncos, by the way, trash. So bad. Like, wouldn't trust them with a damn thing. Like, seriously. I mean, Jesus. I mean, looking at this, Seriously though, what the heck is happening with the freaking the Broncos, man? Like I thought Sean Payton was a damn genius in the offensive development, and Bo Nix is a freaking bum. Like, are you kidding me? Dude, I'm looking at the scores right now. Like, let me just get his stuff up. He's got a 25.7 rating with 2 sacks, loss of 10, an interception, an average of 3.4 on his passing, and 62 passing yards with 7 out of 18. That guy is so bad, man. It's not even a joke how bad that guy is. I would honestly rather watch any other type of football than Broncos football. Like, they are becoming the comedy show at the NFL. Jesus. I mean, but yeah, I do want to give a special talk about somebody in particular. CJ Stroud, by the way, is absolutely incredible. That dude has been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, easily. I've never seen a guy quite like that dude. I think he's going to be a great quarterback for the next couple of years. I can see him getting better and better. I mean, the craziest part about him last year is that he's only going to get better. Even though they lost yesterday, Washington is an exciting team to watch. Yeah, I love that team. Jaden Daniels, unironically, might be the best quarterback in that division because everybody else has been stinking it up. It's not even a joke. Like, hold on, let me just get the Commanders' stats. Like, Jaden Daniels actually played super well. I mean, he didn't play badly at all. It's just, honestly, like, I would take him over most quarterbacks in the NFL right now. I mean, yeah, that dude is really damn good, and I appreciate how he's been making the game fun. But, yeah, honestly, I like the dude, and I think he's only going to get better, and I'm hoping that he continues to be that way because, honestly, like, the game's better when you have better quarterbacks in the game, and I really don't want to see another trash Commanders quarterback show up again. I mean, just looking at how Jaden Daniels has been over the last few weeks, like he's been great in most facets of football. He played better than Lamar Jackson this game in a lot of ways. He had more rushing yards. He didn't have more rushing yards, but he threw more touchdowns. He didn't have an interception. Him and Terry McLaurin and Zach Ertz have been playing well. I mean, like, that dude actually makes it exciting. And unironically, he might be the best quarterback in that division. Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, freaking Daniel Jones. Like, he actually might be the best quarterback in that division. Unironically, too. I live 3 blocks away from CJ Stroud's high school, Rancho. I mean, cool. I mean, CJ is a baller, dude. That guy is something of a monster. Like, he's going to be an MVP in the next few years. He's going to be a guy that throws for like 5,000 yards at some point. I mean, he's a monster of a player, and I trust him with a lot of stuff. I mean, he's the best. He's one of the best in the world, and I honestly take him over like most quarterbacks in the NFL right now. I mean, there are some guys where you're like, oh, yeah, like I might take Patrick Mahomes over him, but it's like we're talking about like the best freaking player in football. And I know that, but like honestly, CJ, he's younger, he's got more time. I mean, that dude is going to be the best. And I really mean when I say he is going to be the best in the world. And it's not even a joke. Like, Bobby Sloak is guiding him. D'Amico Ryans is helping coach the other side of the ball. I mean, he's got Will Anderson as his running mate on the other side of the ball, running the show for defense. I mean, that team's going to get better. And that's the craziest part about CJ Stroud, in my opinion. He's going to get better than what he is right now. Right now, CJ Stroud is seen as like this, oh, yeah, like he's an incredible quarterback already. He's only played 1 year, and he's only going to get better than what he is. I mean, he's shown so much promise every single time he stepped onto the field. And honestly, I see him as a guy that can be the best in the world if he can, like, keep pushing that rock down the field. I mean, I've never seen a guy quite as impressive or insane as CJ Stroud. I mean, the guy is just a monster of a player, and I would trust a guy over him, like over a lot of guys in the NFL right now. I mean, even a guy like Justin Herbert, I would probably trust over him. Dakota Prescott is a bum. Yes, he's terrible. Listen, the fact that Dak Prescott has been paid that much money is absolutely insane to me. Like, that dude's being paid like, but the problem for me as a 49ers fan is that now we're probably going to have to pay Brock Purdy like an even more obscene amount of money. And I'm going to hate that because like, I don't want to pay that much money for a quarterback, even though Brock is great, but we're going to have to. That's the problem with Dak Prescott. He's worse than Brock Purdy, but he's being paid a lot of money. And Brock Purdy is better than Dak Prescott, and he's being paid such a little money. When his contract comes around next offseason, he's going to have to be paid like hundreds of millions of dollars. I think Brock is much better than most quarterbacks in football, and that's the problem with guys like that. You have to like pay them so much money in order to just like have that one position, that the biggest position of need on a football field covered. It's not like the old days where you could just like, you know, have a really good defense and just have the offense get carried by that. No, you had to actually have like a really, really good defensive, like a really, really good quarterback, or you're basically going nowhere. Look at the Raiders. They have a good roster, guys, but they're not going to go anywhere with the quarterbacks they have. Look at teams like the Falcons. I mean, Kirk Cousins is good, but he's not like $100 million good. T-Law isn't great. He hasn't fulfilled his potential. I mean, looking at the Saints, they're in the epitome of quarterback hell, but in my opinion, when it comes to paying quarterbacks, we really have – it's because of that scumbag Deshaun Watson that every single quarterback nowadays is being paid such an obscene amount of money, even though Deshaun Watson might be one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now. And not just that, but a horrible human being. But yeah. Are the Niners hosting KC this week or going to KC? I believe we are. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure we're going there. Last couple of years ago when we played them, it was no, actually it's at Levi. Fair enough. I mean, wait, no, that's not it. Give me a second. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be at whatchamacallit at Kansas City. No, it's going to be at Levi. All right. I mean, if the crowd's behind us and we play well that day, we could win. But honestly, it's like I'm tired of playing the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. I just want to be able to – I just want to win. I just want to win. Bottom line, I just want to win. Like, I just want to win, bro. I can't keep living in this world where we just keep losing like this. Like, we got to win at least one. Because next year, we're not looking great. Like, yeah, Brock Purdy will probably be here once we pay him, but we're going to have to start cutting people and start moving contracts around because our cap crunch is going to be a massive hit. Bo Nix finally threw a touchdown, even though he's been trash all day. I mean, you think that people would learn to stop putting this trash on primetime, but people just don't seem to learn. All right, let's just get back to one of the – oh, almost fell down again. There we go. To be the best, you got to beat the best? No, yeah. I mean, listen, Kansas City has been pretty blah this year, if I'm being totally honest. But they're still the best until someone proves them differently. Patrick Mahomes is the main character until we can prove him otherwise. I mean, like, the dude is – I unironically believe he's the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. He might be the best player I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he's terrifying. Oh, my God, Dak Prescott gets hit as he throws. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. But, yeah, unironically, I think Patrick Mahomes might be the best quarterback I've seen in my life. I mean, I've never seen a guy like that who had such an ability to not just dice people up, but to just explode and make explosive plays on them. He's a monster, and I think he's one of the best. But honestly, I just wish that we do need to beat him. But honestly, I don't know if we are going to be able to beat them. Like, our defense is still so bad, and the only way you can really stop Patrick Mahomes, like, once you have to have one good defensive performance from them, and you just have to do enough on offense. And Dak Prescott gets sacked. I mean, that dude gets sacked for like 1 yard. Yeah, What a monster team. Man, they really are pressuring him today. Let me just get the stats for today. Yeah. Yeah, he's been sacked 3 times already today. Yeah, Dak Prescott has been sacked 3 times today. Jared Goff has been lighting up the Cowboys right now. Defensive front set, 3rd and 12. Dak in shotgun formation, 34-6, third quarter, and my screen froze. But yep, it's incomplete. And they're gonna have to either kick a field goal here or I think it's a field goal here. But yeah, honestly, we gotta beat the Chiefs, man. Like, Brock has to have a great performance first and foremost, but Patrick Mahomes has been not sluggish, but he hasn't been as good as he usually is. I mean, I think that I don't suddenly believe the guy who's just been a league MVP and a Super Bowl MVP that many times has just suddenly disappeared, but he has been a little weird. Because honestly, I think the dude is like one of the best. I really think that if he can get up to Tom Brady in Super Bowl rings, I think he can be the greatest to ever play. And I'm being honest about that. Like, I think he can be the greatest to ever play if he can pass Super Bowl rings with Tom Brady, but we'll see. Goff owns the Cowgirls ever since he was with the Rams at the 2018 playoffs. I mean, yeah. I mean, then again, it's take it from a team that's owned on the Cowboys for so long. I mean, like, yeah. I feel like all NFC West teams own on the Cowboys. I don't know why. I mean, the Cardinals have beaten them multiple times. The Rams have beaten them multiple times with McVay. We've beaten them multiple times with Shanahan, and I'm pretty sure the Cowboys also. Oh yeah, the Tony Romo won in the playoffs versus the Seahawks. I mean, NFC West teams in general just seem to have some ownership on the Cowboys. I mean, they're a clown show, the Dallas Cowboys. Everyone acts like they're actually something special, but they're not. I mean, I really don't want to hear a damn thing about how great that team is until they win the Super Bowl. And honestly, they could probably say the same thing about us. They could probably say, oh, the 49ers haven't won a Super Bowl, which we haven't. That's not unfair. But at the end of the day, we've had a chance to win a Super Bowl. We've actually made it there. I don't want to hear a damn thing from anybody on the Dallas Cowboys front. Like, oh, yeah, like we're the same as you. No, you're not. Because at the end of the day, we actually had a chance to win a Super Bowl. You've done nothing. Like, all they're known for is getting bounced in the first round or the second round. I mean, yeah, we've underachieved, but at least we can say we've made it there. At least we can say we've tried something. I mean, yeah, it's tough when your team doesn't win a Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, we've had a chance. Man, I really am tired, though. Okay, another like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to dip. But yeah, later today, the Los Angeles Dodgers will play the New York Mets. I mean, Kodai Senga will be on the mound versus Jack Flaherty. I mean, it's going to be an interesting game. I mean, I feel like I don't know how long Kodai Senga is going to go for. That's the biggest issue. And I don't know how long Jack Flaherty will either. I mean, depending on if the Mets can get to him. But, and Jared Goff sends a pass down the sideline, and the Burners gets him. And it's 1st and 10 already for the Cowboys. I mean, that defense is getting diced up right now. Mike Zimmer has been doing a horrible job there. Flares is due. Flares? I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Flares? Are we talking about Flaherty? I'm assuming we're talking about I assume we're talking about Flaherty, but he probably is. I mean, he had a bit of a bad game versus the Padres. He'll probably do okay here. I mean, then again, the Mets have been absolutely fantastic offensively this postseason. If they can grind out at bats, I think they can have a chance. We'll see, though. All right, let's just get some more whip around the league. I mean, I actually finally watched a hockey game last night, which was kind of cool. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. I kind of like the chaos of it. A little ahead of you. The Lions are about to score from a TD. Oh, okay. There we go. There you go. I'm guessing it's a rushing TD because they've been gashing him today. Montgomery and Gibbs have been absolutely gashing them today defensively or offensively. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, wow. That's... Oh, man. They want to score a big man TD so bad. Oh, Flaherty. Yeah. I was going to say Flaherty. I mean, he's pretty damn good. I mean, Flaherty has been pretty good this year. I mean, I'm just looking at his counting stats. I mean, 3.71 ERA. That's one of the 15 best in baseball. He's gotten 194 Ks, and that's almost 200. He's got a good whip. He's wins and losses don't matter for pitchers. I'm just keeping it real. But because a lot of time they can just blow it. I'm guessing they ran it in. They got it, right? All right, there we go. But yeah, it's just been a strange year for Jack. Jack Flaherty's actually had a pretty damn good year. Not a strange year. He's played great. I watched the guy play. He's been fantastic in a lot of ways, but I'm more interested to see how Kodai Senga does because Kodai Senga has been injured for the last couple weeks, and he's finally back and playing. But I'm wondering if the dude is going to go long against the Dodgers. No. Oh, okay. I mean, okay. All right. I mean, oh, I'm guessing encroachment, or I'm guessing the delay of game. Ay. Come on, Lions. Be a little more disciplined. Ay. Oh, delay of game. All right, there you go. Jesus. Man, I don't know how the heck the Panthers actually put up points this game. I think Andy Dalton. I think Bryce Young might have been the problem, guys. I mean, Andy Dalton's actually playing pretty good. I mean, he's missed a couple passes, but he's actually been better than most of the guys. I mean, I think Bryce Young might have been the problem. If I'm keeping it, Dave Canales was like, "Yep, I can't put this guy up there anymore. This dude's just not good enough." You know what? I'm gonna put the red rifle in instead. And oh god, Joff gets absolutely sacked easily by Donovan Wilson. Yeah, he gets sacked by Donovan Wilson. Sacked goof. Man. I never thought, dude, it's so crazy how Jared Goff ended up being a good quarterback again. I mean, I've always been a Cal fan, so I loved watching him when he was in college, when he was there. But he was good. I watched him all the time. He was great. It's just you watched him for a little bit there. He kind of had like the issues that Brock Purdy has now, because everyone was like, "Oh yeah, is he a Sean McVay candidate, or is he just a guy who's like, getting help from McVay, or was he this or was he that?" But it turns out he's actually a good quarterback. You just need to give him toolsy stuff. And that's why he wasn't great for his first few years with the Lions. But he's actually a pretty good quarterback. Dave Canales is a childhood friend of mine. We grew up in LA in the Harbor area. Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, I like Canales. I mean, I think he's a really great dude. He's done a great job, Dave Canales. I mean, looking at what he's done, I mean, Bryce Young was the problem. Keep it real. Bryce Young was the problem. I mean, it's just been a tough show for the dude, Bryce Young. But honestly, like, it's just going to be a interesting thing to see how this thing goes in the next couple of years. I mean, I'm wondering if Young is going to be the starter or if he's going to get traded for a pittance. I mean, but to talk about Jared Goff, I mean, he's actually a great quarterback. I think that I've watched him for such a long time in college and in the NFL, and I've watched him and I've been so impressed with his development and how much he's grown as a player. He definitely was one of those guys that was like seen as like, oh yeah, he's benefiting from Sean McVay. It's the same way that people say Brock Purdy benefits from Kyle Shanahan. But actually, I think that all those things considered, I mean, he's been – oh, dang, I didn't know about Hutchinson. Apparently he's been carted off with an injury. Bryce Young was kind of overrated at Bama too. Okay, that's not unfair. I mean, Bama does have like a loaded room of, incredible things going for him. I mean, it's just, it is true that he had some stuff, but a lot of people saw him as a mature player who could be really good at the NFL level. And yeah, he might have been overrated, but it is even more painful that Frank Reich actually wanted CJ Stroud. Obviously, I don't think CJ would have done well in this system either, but keep it real. He might have been better, but we'll never know. And I think it's good this way. I mean, the Texans finally have a star quarterback again that's not a criminal. You have a decent defense over there. I mean, I like it. I like how things are going over in Houston. I mean, it's going to be interesting. And Dak Prescott misses a pass entirely, trying to shovel it and be like Patrick Mahomes, not doing anything there. But yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, though, have been absolutely abysmal. I wonder what's been going. Nick Sirianni actually might need to get fired soon because he has been horrible at his job. Man, if the Broncos make a comeback versus Denver, that'd be absolutely hilarious. But I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, God, what if I jinxed it there? 37-9. 3rd and 9. Dak Prescott in shotgun formation. He snaps the ball. He's trying to step up in the pocket. He throws, and it's caught by CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb is the only good offensive player on that team. Sound like Chewbacca right now. Dak Prescott, shotgun formation, steps back, throws. It's short, but he's managed to get past the line of scrimmage. And, it's fumbled? I think it got stripped and fumbled. Oh, well, that's good. Well, there you go. That's gone. Apparently, Aiden Hutchinson just got carted off for the Cowboys. I hope the guy ends up being okay. Get well soon, Aiden. I hope you're okay. Fumble. Hi, Carter. Hey, Chardol. How you doing? Yeah, that was a good. I want to see exactly what happened. So yeah, they must have fumbled it and it came back inbounds and it was picked up by 0. Good play from the back. From the defensive back. Well, the Lions get the ball back. There you go. All right, y'all. I've got another 10 minutes, and then I need to go shower, and because I'm tired, and I'm probably gonna go get something to eat. 37-9, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Man, I always get the Lions and Tigers mixed up. It's always just a mistake by accident because they're both cat-based Detroit teams. This is what all it looks like. How about them Cowgirls? I mean, yeah. It's always fun to watch the Cowboys suffer, honestly. I mean, then again, the Cowboys are just I've never felt afraid as a 49ers fan whenever we played the Cowboys, ever. There are certain quarterbacks that I watch play against my team, and I'm like, okay, take them serious or they're going to do something crazy. Whenever I watch the Cowboys play the 49ers, I'm like, okay, whatever. We're probably going to find a way to beat you. Because at the end of the day, I'm not scared of the Dallas Cowboys. There are certain teams where I'm like, okay, take them serious. There's only one team that I've ever feared. And I'm not scared of the Dallas Cowboys, man. Not whatsoever. The Dallas Cowboys are a joke. Keep it real. The ball popped out, and I think he wasn't out of bounds. It's hard to tell. He might be out of bounds. I don't think he was, though. I'm willing to bet the whole city of Detroit is screaming with happiness that they're beating up those damn Cowboys after that whole – man, that report is ineligible thing that happened between Detroit and the Cowboys last year was some of the craziest stuff I'd ever seen in my life. I'd never seen something so badly called ever. I want to say this for the record. I have seen a lot of bad calls in my life. I've seen a lot of bad soccer calls, like red cards and yellow cards. I've seen a lot of bad football calls. I've seen a lot of bad baseball calls. I've seen a lot of bad calls, but yeah, call stands. Yeah, there you go. But I'm keeping it real when I say, like, of all the horrible calls I've seen in sports, last year when they did the whole ineligible man downfield between the Dallas Cowboys and the Lions, that quite literally might be the worst call I've ever seen in my life. And that's not even a joke when I say that either. That quite literally might be the worst call play I've ever seen. It was a crucial call. We could have had a lineman touchdown, but no, of course not. The NFL just had to ruin it. And even though the guy reported as eligible, they didn't. I genuinely think that might be the most egregious case of refereeing I've ever seen. Like, that's not even joking either. Like, I know people always say when they see some bad calls, they're like, oh, that's the worst call I've ever seen. But I'm not exaggerating like that. I'm trying to think of, like, my experiences with sports in general. Like, I've watched so much sports in my life, it's not even funny. I've watched bad baseball games where the referees were bad. I've watched some horrible soccer games where the referees were terrible. I've watched some bad basketball games where everything was a foul or nothing was a foul. But I can genuinely say with all certainty that reported it as ineligible call might have been the worst call I've ever seen. Not jokingly or anything. That was such a bad call. It's not even funny. I'm doing well, Chardal. I'm doing well. I'm just very tired, man. And somehow, Mike Zimmer's defense doesn't even stop him. He manages to get through and gain like 2 yards. Man, Bo Picks has been absolutely horrible. And for some reason, he actually managed to move the ball, but they only have like 5 minutes left. Yes, the infamous Bo Picks, ladies and gentlemen, one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL is somehow finding a way to do something. Jesus, I'm mixing up all my words. Lions driving again. Yup, they are just dicing him up, and that prick 28 just shoved Amon-Ra for no damn reason. I don't know why he would do that. I mean, dude, stop being such a complaining person. Like, dude, you're getting your ass beat right now. Just take it and accept it. Take it on the chin. You're getting beat. Take it on the chin. Just do your damn job. As Bill Belichick once said, do your damn job. Okay, that's a Mr. Well. Also, who the heck is Danny Zuko? Who the heck is Danny Zuko? I have no clue who that is. Man, I have no clue who Danny Zuko is, y'all. I'm too young for that. Is this a reference? Because I'm too young for that. I'm freaking 19, man. I have no clue who that is. 37-9, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Lions looking to try and get in the red zone and win. Goff hands it off to his running back, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs dodges a tackle and acts like a brick wall against 27. Just hits him. Yeah, I don't know what the heck Grease is, man. I actually think I do know what that is. It's like a musical, but I've never watched it. But yeah, another game that's going to be happening on Monday is going to be the game between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. Alex Cobb, forever giant Alex Cobb, will be pitching against Carlos Rodon, another forever giant. Man, John Travolta's character from the movie Grease. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. And we almost had a fat guy touchdown. No, don't take it away from us. That was a touchdown. Dude, that was a touchdown. Come on. Don't take that away from us. That was a fat guy touchdown. Come on. Please tell me that was a touchdown. That better not be an eligible man downfield, or I swear to God, that's just a troll. If that's ineligible, man, I'm losing my mind. Are you kidding? Please. Please? Oh, my God. That was an eligible man downfield. Oh my God. Yo, I was joking too. Yo, ineligible man downfield. You're joking. That's an actual joke. Come on. You just have to be. Come on, man. That is some BS. Let us have fun. Are you kidding me? That is terrible. Of course they called an eligible man downfield. That's terrible, bro. Boo. Come on. We got a chance for a fat guy touchdown, but no, of course not. Just of course not, because the refs are absolutely disgusting. Why would you do that to us? Opportunity for a fat guy touchdown, and you're like, nope, we just got to ruin all the fun. But yeah, as I was saying, Forever Giant Alex Cobb will be pitching against Forever Giant Carlos Rodon in the game between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, two Forever Giants pitching against each other that we left behind in the dust. I mean, that kind of makes sense, though. That is going to make sense because Farhan Zaidi was such an idiot, but he really should have traded both of them sooner. Like, come on, man. But yeah, looking around though, things are going to be. Imagine if the Broncos actually won their game versus the Chargers. That'd be hilarious. That's not going to happen, but that would be absolutely hilarious. Man, I can't believe you took that. There was another ineligible man downfield penalty for the Lions. That's honestly funny, if I'm being honest. I thought that was gonna be an ineligible. I literally said it too. It was an ineligible field penalty. Like Dodgers versus Mets game 2 is at 1 p.m. tomorrow. I mean, 1 p.m. man, come on, god damn. Like at 1 p.m. tomorrow, I'm gonna be in class. Like Jesus. And I don't like being in these situations, man. I want to have fun, but that's whatever. I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna enjoy that game though. Like that's gonna be a great NLCS, I think. I mean, yeah, I got the underdog story versus the Dodgers, the Nets underdog versus the Dodgers. I mean, that's gonna be an interesting one. I mean, Alex Cobb versus Carlos Rodon. I mean, I don't know how that's. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in the Kodai Senga versus Jack Flaherty matchup. Jack Flaherty, I like that dude a lot, though. He's a great player. I just don't think I feel like the guy is just like he's that hired gun that teams love. I think though he might re-sign with Los Angeles because he's from there, so it's very possible that he'll stick around Los Angeles. I mean, there's just a certain family ties thing that they like down there. All right, y'all. I got 1 minute left. I am tired as hell. I'm probably going to pass out in a minute. So, man, I'm sorry. How the heck was that not a touchdown? That was a cool-ass play. That was such a cool play, and you just had to ruin it. At least there's funny jokes about it this time, and Sewell isn't yelling at him like, oh, what are you doing, you idiot? But that was such a cool play, too. That was the almighty the almighty big man touchdown. I mean, come on. You just have to take things away from us, NFL, don't you? Have a great night. Thanks, Ramley. I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming around, obviously. You know, I mean, I think I might as well just start the outro now. Oh, what was it this time? Please tell me this isn't like another one of those. They had a touchdown, but Jameson Williams having fun. All right, I think I'll just start the outro now. I mean, an OPI, jeez. Man, all right. All right, I'm just going to start doing the outro now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ramley. Thank you, Chardol. Thank you, everybody else, for coming around. I mean, thanks to all you guys for just hanging out with me, talking in the chat. I mean, having a little bit of fun, talking about sports. I appreciate y'all. And thank you so much. go talk to Eric and Glenn later on, Giant Sports Talk Live and the show later. Have some fun with that. Go check out Shark Bite if you're into the San Jose Sharks. And all right, everybody. See you.
You've been watching the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.